Mr. Hatton here again, and I know you're thinking, my goodness, how is he creating all of this digital content so quickly? And it's just because, I love you guys so much. And, when you're a favorite teacher, it becomes a big responsibility. So we're going to polish off day one, right? Remember, we talked about doing 7 problems a day. So we're going to finish day one here, looking at question 6 and question 7. So question 6 wants to know which one of the graphs represents a linear function, all right? So linear means straight line. So we're looking for a line that is simply straight, all right? So the curved ones are obviously not correct. So any kind of straight line is going to be a linear function. However, the word function, remember, function, we have learned that means each input has one output. All right, sorry that went off the screen a little bit. Each input has one output. So there's one type of linear equation that is not a function, and that is if we happened to draw a vertical line. So if our line was vertical, all right, and this was part of a coordinate grid, let's say, all right, so I have a coordinate grid that looks something like this, right, x and y, then this x, this input would have multiple outputs and therefore would not be a function. So we're looking for straight line. That's what linear means. And because it needs to be a function, it cannot be a vertical. So anything that's not vertical will work, okay? So that's question 6. Now what about question 7? On question 7, we have this interesting shape here, this quadrilateral ABCD. And what is happening with this is it's being translated, right? Translate just means slide, and we're sliding it over here, right? Now, sometimes they would call this A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, but here they just decided to rename it EFGH. And they want to know what is the length of side EH. Now, this is very similar to the one that we did before, where it's not so much having to figure out the length of the side, but trying to recognize what side does EH match up with. Now, notice by drawing or sketching these and labeling them in alphabetical order in the same place, it's pretty easy to know which side does EH match up with. But once again, if we line up the vertices A, B, C, D with E, F, G, H, right? We recognize that E, we don't want what's between A and B, right? We don't want what's between B and C. We don't want what's between C and D. So we want what's between D and A. And that would be the same as between what's E and H. All right, so always taking your time to draw a sketch really helps imagine how a problem should be solved. I hope this is helpful to you for questions 6 and 7. And if you have made it through all of these, you should be done with day 1. Remember, 7 questions a day, and you'll be done before we have to head back to class, and you'll get credit for your attendance and also a really good grade. Excellent work. See you later.